And joining us now, RNC Chair Reince Priebus, live from the site of tonight's debates in Cleveland, Ohio. Nice to see you, Mr. Chairman.
Hey, Greta, nice to be with you.
All right, I counted, first of all, 2 questions on Donald Trump, one to Governor Rick Perry and the other to Carly Fiorina. Are you surprised? Only 2 questions to your group.
Well, no, I'm not surprised. I mean, right now he is the front runner, and so I'm sure that these are questions that are going to come up, and I would suspect that it will probably come up again at the next debate here starting at 9 p.m. Eastern. So it's going to be a great night, and I can just tell you the energy here is like, feels like a national convention right now.
Well, the word is that Donald Trump has sort of tapped into the anger of many of the Republican voters. So what about the other candidates? Are they not tapping into it, or do they need to rev it up, or do they have a completely different strategy?
Well, I'm not quite sure what the strategy is, Greta, but certainly, you know, there's a lot of people that are just frustrated, in many ways frustrated with both parties, frustrated with, you know, Washington and stagnation, and maybe there's truth to that Donald Trump has tapped into some of that. But you know what? It's a long campaign. Donald Trump knows that too, and everyone understands this is the first of many debates, and so I suspect that things are going to come up and down, and that's what's exciting about this. I think that the good thing is we've got a young, diverse party. We've got a real race in our hands, clearly, and the other side basically has a coronation. So I think that excitement is good, but obviously, Greta, containment is going to be important as well for our party, and so certainly I'm doing my best to try to make sure that we've got an orderly process.
Well, if there's frustration with Washington, does that mean that it's bad news for 3 of the candidates who are freshman senators? You got Senator Ted Cruz, Senator Marco Rubio, Senator Rand Paul, all freshman senators, much like then Senator Barack Obama in 2008. So does that make it more difficult for those candidates going into this debate?
Well, I mean, I guess it depends if people believe that there are folks that are trying to make things different in Washington, and certainly I think all of them are. And so, you know, if you're fighting against something that isn't working and people recognize that, then maybe that would suffice. So, look, I think it's for all these candidates to make the case on their own, and like I said before, Greta, I mean, this is just the beginning, and it's going to be a great night, and Fox certainly had done an incredible job in putting this together tonight, and I think everyone is going to be pretty excited. The first part of the debate were great too. It was just phenomenal. So we'll see where it goes next.
Last night we had Carly Fiorina on the record, and she said that she was trying to make herself known. That's what she was trying to do. And I know that you take no position, you don't endorse any particular candidate, but according to Google Trends, Carly is the most searched candidate during the early GOP debate. Does that mean that Carly did exactly what she wanted to do? Is she now much better known?
Well, I mean, she certainly did a nice job, so did all the candidates, but I think that a lot of these candidates that were in the first heat, the first debate, you know, they're going to break out, and I think some of them are going to find themselves on the other stage at the next debate and maybe the one after. So we'll see where it goes, Greta. You know, I don't like to get in the middle of all this sort of, you know, picking and choosing candidate stuff, but certainly you're making a good case, and she did do well, but, you know, I think all the candidates did pretty well, and we're going to have another opportunity in a couple hours, and it's going to be great.
Is the next debate, do you think it's going to feel different, seem different, be a lot different?
Well, I think at the next debate, you know, it's going to be about 4,500 that are going to be in the seats, and so at this very moment what's happening, the ticket holders are getting through security, getting into the building here, and filing into their seats. You can't see it, but it's on the other side of the arena from where we're sitting now. So the crowd's showing up early all day. It's been all over the city of Cleveland. The people have been walking around, so I think that there's going to be quite a buzz there, and when those 10 candidates come out, I think there's going to be a lot of pressure in the room, and I think things are going to be pretty tense.
Mr. Chairman, thank you, sir.